Don't you guys hate it when you have to book a flight and the only options you have long layovers? What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. On this channel, I'll be doing airline reviews for the average traveler. That means no expensive business class seats and no fancy lounge access. My goal is to present more information on the no-frills fares that most of us end up traveling most, if not all the time. Being someone who likes airplanes and airports, I do sometimes prefer longer layovers at airports as it gives me a chance to check out the airport, but this one was slightly different. It was an 8-hour overnight layover. My flight today was from San Francisco to Los Angeles. The total flying time was about 45 minutes to an hour. Today's flight is with United Airlines, one of the major full-service airlines in the United States. This is my first time flying with them, so I'm pretty excited for the onboard experience. What's up, guys? So I'm here at the San Francisco airport. Just got dropped off by Frontier Airlines from Las Vegas, and now I have about 7 hours to spend over here and then making my way back to Los Angeles. Currently, it's around 11 p.m. and my next flight is at 8 a.m. So I got quite a bit of a layover at the moment, just making my way to the domestic terminal, Terminal 3. So let's get there. As I made my way towards Terminal 3, I realized just how big this airport was. It took me about 20 minutes of walking just to get to the right terminal, and then another 5 to 10 minutes to get to the right gate. There were a lot of check-in counters for United Airlines. I didn't end up using any of these counters, however, because I did the check-in online. As I arrived later during the night, everything was pretty quiet. As you can see here, there were no lines at either security or check-in. So I'm just walking around the terminal here, and the gate has updated. It says the flight's going to be in gate E. So just gonna make my way to the E gates. As I got closer to the boarding gates, I finally saw some people at the airport. It looked like they were getting off a flight that had just arrived. As you can see, made it to the gate. Now we wait. So one thing that really stuck out to me was how empty this airport actually was. There were barely any people there. This was the first time I've been at an airport with so little people. It was both a good thing and a bad thing, because on one hand, it felt slightly eerie not having anyone around and being in such a big terminal. On the other hand, it was very nice and quiet and peaceful, and I was just able to get a lot of work done. So it's 2 a.m. I got some work done. The flight is not for another 6 hours. So let's see if I can find a place to take a nap. I finally found a place where I could lay down and take a nap. It seemed like a seating area with a fair bit of padding, which was comfortable enough to spend a couple of hours on. Also, it looked like other people had the same idea as I did to crash at the airport. I'm really glad that I ended up bringing this one hoodie with me, as I anticipated that it would get cold during the night, which it did, and I could use this as a blanket. It's 6 a.m. Had a little nap there. It got really cold at night. So right now it's about 4 degrees Celsius, which is like 41 degrees Fahrenheit. So pretty chilly. got something to get warmed up. Yeah, now we just wait for the flight. We still have some time left before the flight, so I thought, why not show you around the terminal? Let's go. So, as you can see here, this terminal has pretty much everything covered. It's got plenty of visibility to the runways, so you can get great views of the flights, and this is actually a perfect time to get those views because the sun is just about to rise. Also, there are plenty of restaurants and shops, and a large variety of them as well, and there's tons of seating and places to charge your electronic devices. So all in all, great facilities and pretty good airport. As I sat there, enjoyed these views, and was waiting for boarding to begin, I was wondering whether my experience on board United would even be worth it. I mean, I did pay 4 times more than I would have if I had taken Spirit or Frontier Airlines. Would there be enough of a difference in offering to justify the price? Boarding eventually began, and it was very straightforward. All the different boarding zones were called out one by one, and we all made our way to the plane. Hey. As I got on board, I was greeted with a friendly welcome and was offered a mask. I then made my way to the seat that I had selected, 30F. As I sat down, the first thing that was glaringly obvious was the amount of legroom that the seat had. It's not that the seat had tons of legroom, but compared to the Frontier flight that I had just gotten off, this seemed a lot more spacious. The seat pocket had the usual literature, a safety card, an in-flight magazine, and a promotional flyer. It also had, let me just dig it out, a barf bag. The tray table was functional and clean. There were no USB or power outlets at the seat. The seat was pretty comfortable and well padded, and it also included a headrest which was adjustable both up and down and the sides of it. As we taxied towards the runway, I was thinking about my first impressions of this flight. So far, the cabin crew was pretty friendly, the seat was comfortable, and there was a decent amount of legroom and seat space. Outside of the plane itself, the check-in online was very easy, and the boarding was right on time. One thing that did happen, however, was that we were delayed by about 10 to 15 minutes after we got on the plane before taxi and takeoff, as we were told that there was a lot of traffic on the runway. Alright, really quick, before we jump into the takeoff. This was a really cool takeoff. As you'll see in a second here, there was another flight taking off at the same time as us on a parallel runway. And you could see the flight take off. It was almost like a race between the two planes, which was cool. Anyways, let's check out the takeoff. Shortly after takeoff, the service began. There was an announcement saying that there would be no drinks or snacks and only water would be served, as this was a very short flight. Also, I overheard the flight attendants mention to someone that the onboard entertainment, which can be accessed via Wi-Fi, would not be operational on this flight as it was a very short flight. As we made our way towards Los Angeles, we got these beautiful views of the coast of California. Eventually, It was time to do that one weird thing. The one where people film the bathroom of the plane and post it online so a bunch of other people can watch it and comment on it. So yeah, here we are in the lavatory. It was pretty clean, especially compared to the last two flights that I was on, which were Frontier and Spirit Airlines. The bathroom was decently spacious, and there was this wallpaper that gave it a cool vibe. The main thing that stood out was that it was very clean. Hey, look, there's an AC vent in this bathroom as well. I never noticed this before. Are they on all aircraft bathrooms? Anyways, as we prepared for landing, I was trying to find a compelling reason to fly United over the other low-cost options on this or any other route. And to be fair, I did find a couple of reasons, which I'll list here. The first one was just the fact that the seat was fairly comfortable. It didn't feel cramped like the one on Spirit did. The second reason would be that the cabin crew on board this flight seemed to actually like what they did for work and that they actually wanted to be there. A third reason that I can give is that the bathrooms were just clean. I mean, for a short flight, it's not a huge deal, but on longer flights, if the bathrooms are as dirty as they were on Spirit or on Frontier, I can definitely see that as being an issue. What I will mention here is that I did think that an airline such as United would provide a complimentary beverage like a coffee and a small snack like a couple of biscuits on board, which was not the case. I think, as they mentioned, it was because it was a short flight, but it would have still been a nice touch. To be fair, at base price, this ticket did cost twice as much as the other low-cost options would have. It cost $60 for the base price and an extra $30 for seat selection and the allowance to bring one extra piece of luggage with you. All in all, for a short flight such as this, I don't necessarily think United is worth it over the low-cost competitors. But I can definitely see that all these small things such as a comfortable seat and clean bathrooms would add on more and more value for longer flights. I'd love to hear from you guys now. What are your experiences with United Airlines? Have they been similar to mine? Would you recommend them to someone? Also, have you ever noticed those AC ports in flight bathrooms? Let me know down in the comments below. Anyways, guys, I hope you found this video either helpful or entertaining. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.